A very common thing that I see, a parent might go into some sort of a health situation later on in their retirement. Because they did not necessarily plan for that, they're having to move in with their children, and in many cases our clients, because of course you're going to want to be there to help your family and your parents. You're not going to say no. When something like that happens, the child's financial plan, their goals, everything that they're doing tends to be put to the side. Completely in some cases, in order to really be there for their parents. And that to me is something that I feel can be avoided if we plan ahead and if we have these hard conversations. I often find that, in many cases, parents don't really have everything in line like they maybe should, or like we as their kids like to assume. And if anything, I would typically recommend that you assume that they don't. Sometimes just having this initial conversation, really breaking the ice with your parents, letting them know how important it is for you to understand and have a better idea of how their finances are set up, it can go a long way, and it could save you a lot of trouble and a lot of heartache in the future. I would want to ask them if they feel confident that their retirement plan is secure. I would want to know if they have a financial advisor, and if so, I would want their contact info. As a child, and I would also want to make sure that the advisor has my contact information and the siblings. I wouldn't be afraid to ask them if they have a spreadsheet of assets. They don't necessarily have to list the values, but do they have a spreadsheet of where everything is and contact information? If something were to happen tomorrow, these things are really important. And then, outside of that, I would definitely want to know if they have life insurance in place. That's a conversation that I know nobody likes to have. We don't want to talk to our parents about when they might pass away, but it is a big part of, financial planning. It really does come from a place of caring and love for your parents, because at the end of the day, they may not have somebody in their life asking them if their retirement plan is locked in. They might not have somebody pushing them to make sure they're doing everything possible to set themselves up for retirement. So this conversation goes much further than just if they pass away. If you have it at the right time, they might still have plenty of time in their own plan to really set themselves up for success, or at least get them on a much better path. So you don't want to underestimate the importance of having this conversation.